Hey, what's going on? Subscribe to the channel, like this video, man. So look, Yo Gotti should be very worried right now because it's any moment now, Straight Drop is gonna snitch because he wants to get that bond. That's the only way they're gonna give him the bond, is if he snitches more. So there's only one person left to, there's only a couple people left to snitch on, and one of them is Yo Gotti, because he's gonna say that Yo Gotti paid him to do the hit, told him about the hit, set up the hit, had everybody on payroll ready to go. And so the thing you got to look at is the fact that Yo Gotti is going to be extremely paranoid right now, extremely worried, because Cornelius is going to snitch too, so that Cornelius can try to do the same thing as Straight Drop and get the bond, or he might not get it, or at least so he can get life instead of death penalty, or instead of getting life, he might get the 25. So they're gonna snitch to either get bond, the 25, or to not get a life sentence, to not get the death penalty. And you gotta remember, the rules and the regulations in Memphis is that if you're not wanted for one of the death penalties, then you can't get you can get the bond out for that. And that's the thing that you have to know, that there's certain rules there, and the rules say that they might be able to be let go. And so that's why they're probably coming up with ideas, coming up with the stories, so that they can tell it, and then they'll get less time for that. That's probably what's playing out. And so if you look at who Yo Gotti is, he's going to be extremely cautious right now and probably try to send bond money to get the dudes out. If you ain't wanted and get the death penalty in Memphis, in Tennessee, you could get bond still. So everybody's saying they can't get bond, they can't do this, they can't do that. Well, they could still get bond because they don't have their charges, their sentencing is not the death penalty yet. And they will find out that that's why that super lawyer, he's already on it, because he knows this rule. And that's why they try to set up the thing and use the fact that Straight Drop got jumped in jail. And now they're going to use that to try to get the bond for his safety and say, hey, he's not getting death penalty, so just go ahead and give him the bond. He's already getting beat up. He's regrets, the decisions he made. That's what they're going to try to say. But technically, that's not justice for Dolph. Like, that's the opposite. And so I don't get why they keep giving Straight Drop these certain kind of breaks. Like, if you look at the last case he caught with that bowling alley situation, when he pulled up in that place and shot it up the last time, he still got out on bond for that. He still got out. And he had other charges pending for some other stupid shit. And so they just keep making the same mistake over and over again from Straight Drop and these laws. The people who's running the laws, like, they keep letting Straight Drop out, and they're finding that loophole that he can always be able to get the bond. And these lawyers know that. They're not dumb. They're going to get their win. They're going to get their reputation still solid, because they're going to find a way to actually take a person who should be guilty and still get them out on bond. Like, that's crazy. That's basically that guy's job. Like, that high profile attorney, his number one priority is to take the high profile people, like celebrities, rappers, whatever you call it, right? And literally get them out as quick as possible on bond. That way they could go back and take care of their business if they got shows to do, if they got checks to pick up, if they got checks to cash or money, any money moves, so that they could just continue to that. And they're going to pay a hefty retainer fee for that. So who pays the retainers for these high profile lawyers when they're just given to Straight Drop like that? Like, who paid to retain that guy? Because if you try to get that guy normally, that super lawyer, he would want $250,000 retained. He would want at least 80,000 to 250,000 as a retainer fee on cases that Straight Drop got. Yeah, you heard in that Nipsey video where they said that lawyer, that intro to the music video, and he was like, hey, this case carries life. I'm gonna need more than 250. I'm gonna need almost $1 million, $1.5 million. And that's the type of money that you got to put up as retainers to these high profile lawyers, to actually have them be able to get out people involved in very, very high things that the public knows a lot about. And really anybody that's surrounded around that situation could get hit up. Like, so that's why this guy gets paid a lot of money, the super lawyer. And so it's a guessing game. It's not really a guessing game as to who paid the retainer. We all know Yo Gotti, if there was a retainer to be paid, if there's anything to be paid to that lawyer, it's probably going to come from Yo Gotti. That's just putting 2 and 2 together and seeing that if Straight Drop is still in there for any longer, he's going to snitch. He's going to tell on all of CMG, and they're just going to go ahead and run the RICO in the next couple of days. They're going to sweep up Black Youngsta, sweep up Yo Gotti at his house where he's been at this whole 2 years. And they're going to put it on an end to everything and say, hey, man, it's not going to be like Alabama, Mobile. You're not going to be able to leave this time. You're not going to be able to make it out. So that's really what's going on, man. That's that behind the walls, between the lines, behind closed doors type of info right there. Like, you got to be thinking, who put this high-profile attorney in charge? And just, is it a coincidence that Straight Drop ends up getting jumped, and now they're using that as their number one excuse to let him out on bond? And the fact that the super lawyer, usually people got to pay him hundreds of $1,000s in retainer fees, but he gets to represent Straight Drop just like that. So what's his motivation behind it? Is he going to be able to still keep his super lawyer reputation and win and get a win for himself? Because a win for him would mean a loss in getting justice for Dolph. So we want to be able to get justice for Dolph and not have to worry about having super lawyers in the way on the enemy's side, on the side of the people who are in the wrong. So subscribe to the channel, man. Like this video, and let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you agree, disagree, or what do you think? Explain more, man. And come back for a breaking news video on the next one. Subscribe to the channel, man. We out.